fuck? There we go. All right. Okay. I feel like I'm a little lower than I should be for some reason. There we go. All right. I'm with it. I think I'm with it. Do I got my mic turned on? Hold on. I was pressing buttons over here. I was definitely yeah, I'm on. Needed to make sure I was on. I was messing with stuff over here earlier. I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm on or not. And I got to send Brian.
Yeah, you've been on for a minute, I think. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Brian something.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I got to send. Well, whenever. Yeah.
Brian. Oh, you're going to send it over to Brian.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell him hit me up. Hit me up.
Pull the chat up. See what's going on in the chat.
I don't know. They're probably talking about all that drama you were creating today.
Drama, dude. I'm no drama queen. You know that.
Yeah. Or like Spencer's starting all this drama.
No, dude.
They're like, see, this was what happens when you start talking to Rodney. Start doing these crazy live streams.
Yeah, coming on Rodney's podcast and whatever, dude.
Yeah. Oh man, I'll get blamed for it. That's okay. Oh, someone's dinging in.
I don't know. I think tides are shifting, dude. I think more and more people are just saying how it is.
Yeah.
So, is this chat connected? Are we dialed in on the chat?
Yeah, pretty soon. Yeah, I think we should be. Hold on.
I don't see nothing on the chat.
Somebody who's watching, say something. Post in on the. Oh, I don't have the chat on here. Hold on. You're talking on here.
I told you. Yeah.
There's public chat.
Oh, it's on YouTube, but it's not on here.
Okay. Yeah, and I can bring up the Facebook. I can bring up the Facebook chat too.
Facebook feed.
Yeah, which for some reason I'm not seeing it. Dude, Facebook sucks ass. Like their whole going live stuff, it only works sometimes, which I think it's working. Let me look. I think it's working. No. No. I'm live somewhere on Facebook. I have no idea where. I have no idea where I'm live. Maybe I'm live.
Maybe the Retic Nation. Maybe you're live.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you're live in Retic Nation.
I'm not live on my personal page.
Did you take over my page or something weird?
I don't think so. Well, I mean, I'm live on I'm live on your channel.
Yeah, my channel. I see it.
Okay, but why? Where is this? I'm looking at the live video.
Oh gosh.
On YouTube. Oh, I know. Never mind. Rodney doesn't know how to press the go live button. That was idiot error right there.
Like Riverside?
No, in on YouTube. Dude, that's the one thing. Dude. Like when I have to plug in all these stream keys, right? And then
can't you just save mine? Can't you save mine?
Well, I can save it, but it'll go live every time I jump on then. So I don't think you need
I don't need your overflow.
No, I don't think you need some of my lives on your channel. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
That might not go over too well. Okay. Yeah. What did that say? The nation just copies you.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I can't. I'm gonna get myself in trouble, dude. Gosh,
yeah.
dang it.
Yeah,
Gosh dang it, dude.
dude, that is funny. Yeah. What similarities have you noticed? Maybe some polls.
let's let's
Actually,
open
a,
let's open
a,
the chat, please.
yeah, actually, actually talking to people. I don't use Chat GPT, so I mean that's something that's different.
Do they have an auto plug-in to ChatGPT on
Yeah, they
Nation?
look. I don't know. I don't know if they have a special emojis plugin, Chat GPT, all that stuff. They got it. They got it rolling.
Well, you know
Who's
what's funny? You know what's funny about all that? Like ChatGPT out of the different AI platforms is like ranked 10. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, it's not.
Like
Yeah,
it's horrible. Like
yeah.
once you look at like Claude or Manta or like some of these other ones, it's like it's not even close.
Well, because I got to make a thumbnail for my live, and for that one with Lucas, and I was going to make a thumbnail. I just didn't get around to it. And I need if anybody can take a face and put it on something for me, let me know because I don't have the software to do that. Like I
Like a
have.
Photoshop or
Well,
a cut and
I
edit.
don't have Photoshop. I have Capture One because it works better with Fuji files, and
Mm.
it's like strictly photography. It's not like goof off Photoshop stuff. And I made a did I tell you about the picture of Jesus and Mother Mary?
I think you told me about some of the crazy
Oh
t-shirt
yeah, well
designs and all that.
I was gonna put up I was gonna put a, thumbnail on the live about Lucas, and it's Jesus and Mother Mary, and they have like the bleeding heart, and they're making the hand signs. Well, I was like Chat GPT, take this picture of Jesus, Mother Mary, put a reticulated python around them, and replace the heart with a dollar sign. So
Oh gosh.
yeah. So and it made it
So
like
so what?
perfect.
Oh,
And
it did?
yeah, and now I
No.
just need a picture of Lucas's face and a picture of Brian's face put on Jesus and Mother Mary, and it's going to say the Passion of the Lucas, and that's what I'm. That's what I'm going to name the episode.
Oh
So,
gosh.
but I mean,
Oh
I don't know.
gosh,
I mean,
dude.
that's if somebody wants to do it for me because I actually don't know how to do that.
Well, like I said, it's super interesting because you can do so much. But yeah, if I highly recommend if you guys have not ventured outside of ChatGPT, like the other platforms out there are sick. If you
Well, I
start
know
playing around with them.
is it Claude that's really good for writing? I had one that was called Ask GPT because I was too lazy to write some ebooks for another website I was doing. Um, and I think it was called Ask GPT, and I just recently canceled it. But it spit out ebooks for me in 20 minutes.
Well, the one that I like using for like business meetings and stuff like that
Hmm.
is a um, company called Ask Elephant. So it just joins your
Okay.
like Zoom meetings and it takes all these notes, but then you can basically use it as like a software where it basically
Okay.
will not just compress all the information, but you can basically have it rate the meeting
Oh,
and
all right.
give you like instant feedback. It's pretty sick. So
Yeah, yeah. I just saw another thing that people are using. I can't remember the name of it. Like you get up in the morning and you like everything you need to do in your day, your ideas, all that stuff. You just talk into your phone and you tell it, and it just spits. It just either creates stuff or spits stuff out. Makes you your schedule. I guess people are using that quite a bit, but I am worried. I am worried it's gonna AI is gonna do a major damage to like creative thinking. You know, because
yeah,
it can just spit stuff out for you so quick.
well, you
So
still need to the what is it? I saw this one thing. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to have to adapt or become like kind of creative directors. Because yes, you're right. It can spit out like random ideas you have, but people that are highly intelligent or have certain tasks at certain companies, they can use it and just they can become a huge, huge asset. Not to mention the amount of work that you can crank out in a
yeah,
short amount of time. So, I everyone's kind of freaking out about AI taking jobs. I think they will take some like lower level jobs, but I think it's going to be a while. I'll just say that. Like the AI's capability to just like do all these tasks simultaneously, like these major jobs. Like it's
Uh,
going to be a while.
yeah,
So many
I think
people.
it's like the coding. It's like people that are doing coding, people that are doing certain web design. I think secretaries, I think they're done.
Oh
You know,
yeah, I mean the AI voice. There's
yeah,
AI voice agents that cost next to nothing.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
As soon as those AI agents are really affordable, that's the end of it. But yeah,
who's
so
messaging me? Oh,
I don't know.
Ryan.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Ryan needs to show everybody his snake because he just sent it to me. A male Mindanao sun tiger head Indo is turning calico.
no way.
Yeah, hold on. I'll send you a picture of it.
Well, are people in the chat, or are we just have Big Worm with the only comment so far?
He's holding it down. Big Worm's holding it down for
Big
us.
Worm's holding it down.
He's holding
I
it
guess
down for us.
we
He said,
usually we usually peak at what, the 30-minute mark anyway,
yeah. I
because
mean, I
people are like kind
usually,
of getting off.
yeah. Unless everybody knows like there's some drama going on, it usually takes about 20 minutes, anyways. Um,
Yeah.
but hold on, let me send you this. I told Ron, I was like, dude, post this. He's like, he's like, he hits me up. He's like, my sun tiger's doing something really weird. Like it looks gray or something. And he sends it to me. I'm like, it's turning calico. That makes that because I had a turn 8 calico. I had another turn 8. One side of it changed color, and now this will be the third snake I've produced that just randomly changed color.
Yo, that is crazy.
It's fucking nuts looking. It kind of looks gray. Then when you look at it real close, it looks like some kind of weird albino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Randy's on. Randy got a clutch today. Bunch of $100
Yoo-hoo!
normals. $100 normals coming out swinging.
Oh yeah, I guess it is kind of slow right now,
Yeah, well,
isn't
there's
it?
14 people on. Yeah.
Here we go.
So Randy,
14 watching.
yeah, Randy's going to be coming on to talk about um, his.
Pet purples.
I don't think people realize how nice that Ternate is he used for in this breeding, and I also don't think people realize how nice that purple is he used in that breeding. So that's going to be that's.
If there's any aberrant back patterns, Randy.
I thought I send you pictures of his.
Uh-uh. I don't think I mean, I think I've seen like a zoomed out picture of his
Hold
turnate,
on.
but
No, of the Ternate he used.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I've seen him holding it or something. I haven't seen a close up of it. I
There
gotta
it is.
get my phone. Where's my phone?
There it is. Um, yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
nice.
need to be like tied into my. I need to tie this in because I'm on my phone half the time I'm on these talking to people, or sending messages or looking at pictures or something. So I need to figure out how to just tie it in.
Oh, you mean yeah,
Yeah,
tether in or whatever.
yeah, just tie
Um,
it in.
yeah, that's sick, Ryan. That's crazy looking.
Yeah.
I don't think people can even see this even
I hold
close.
on. I can probably do it. I don't. I got a light coming from above. So, oh, that's all Ryan shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gosh, it looks
that's
terrible.
kind of hard to even.
Yours looks better, I think. You got a better camera.
Well, it doesn't want to. It doesn't help that I'm there. Yeah. Oh, I got to turn it down. Hold on. I know how to get it to show. Hold on. That should show it.
Yeah,
There. It's totally weird.
it's getting totally gray on the sides.
Yeah, but it's not though. If you look at it really close, there's a bunch of weird colors. There's like a bunch of weird albino colors there, and that's what's crazy.
What's going on?
Yeah,
There we
yeah,
go.
it's crazy ass colors. I got rabbits coming tomorrow, so that's good. Um,
Did you get some from Ryan or who?
no, I just my rabbit connection just text me, which is good because I was just gonna pull some out, and it's like, well, if I got non-frozen ones coming, I'm not gonna pull them out. So, do we need to have? So, what do you guys think? Should we have an intervention for Spencer to get him to chill out on all this drama? What do you think we should do here, people? And did you guys catch it? Did you guys catch Spencer's live today?
Yeah.
Actually, a better question is, did you catch Garrett's live today when he pulled Karampas out of the egg to show them off that clearly weren't ready, and they just fucking flopped out of the egg and looked dead.
I
I
didn't.
swear to
I,
God.
I
I
didn't.
swear to God.
I didn't watch. The crazy thing is, I didn't watch that deep. I did catch the first. I don't know. When he pulled the orange glow stuff out.
Yeah.
I saw that, but then I cut it. I
Oh
had a
my
meeting and
God.
stuff.
Those Karampas were not ready. Their tongues weren't going or nothing, and they're just literally like head sideways.
They gonna make it or what?
I hope so. He Jay
Oh my
Brewered them hard, hard. Jay Brewered them right out that egg.
floppy disk 1999. Just
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He's like, they need to get their first breath. I'm like, that snake is 2 to 3 days away from taking a breath of air, and it is now its head's laying on its side, buried in vermiculite, and it doesn't even look like it's alive.
yeah, yeah.
Because
No,
I got a call about. They're like, dude, you gotta go, Garrett's live. You gotta see this. And I watched it. Then I call Andrew. I'm like, dude, Garrett is stressing the shit out of some carapas right now. He's like, what are you talking about?
you
I
just
was like,
suffocated them.
I was like, dude, these things clearly weren't ready, and he ripped them half out of the egg. Like,
Oh
and then
my
he's
gosh,
shoving them
dude.
back in the egg. I'm like, because I'm on the phone with Andrew,
That's gonna
and
make it better.
And
Shoving them back in.
I'm like, Andrew, like, he's been doing this long enough to know not to do this. Just wait a couple days when they're ready. He's like,
You
oh,
wanted
they
it
need,
for the live.
yeah. Well, he can do a live anytime. It's not like YouTube
It's
closes, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah. For anybody wondering about the drama, I did a live in regards to, you know, in regards to somebody I was in business with for the last 3.5 years or whatever, and honestly, I mean, when all this stuff happened, it's been a while, and Rodney, you too, even with stuff with you, it's been a while,
yeah,
and it's like
almost a
we kind of.
year.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but I mean, I've had more and more people kind of reach out to me on stuff, and I just wanted to share my experience. So
I
anyway,
just hope he's smart enough to let it go and not do something else stupid like sell more snakes to Whitehead. Because there's a couple people out there that can do a lot more damage to him. You know, that has a lot more of a story to tell than either one of us. You know, there's a couple of them, and
well, I was gonna leave it. I mean, I
yeah,
gave him a lot of time to, I feel like, try to make things right. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And it never happened. And then more and more stuff has come out. And like I even said, it's like we didn't even kick him out, like, or block him from joining next gen. You know what I
no,
mean? And so it's just unfortunate, dude, because like I know um you had done some stuff with him. There was a lot, he was doing stuff with everybody,
yeah,
you know. And
dude, he was set up. Lucas was set up to replace Garrett. He was lit.
he was on the train. He was
He
on the
was
train.
literally
Yeah.
he was set up to replace Garrett, and I just don't think the money came fast enough. And then, like, I one of the ways that I knew his heart really wasn't in it was when he sent back the Superdorf granite back clutch. They're not selling. They're not selling. Well, they didn't sell themselves,
Yeah.
you know, and that was when he sent those back. And, you know, I was like, okay, he wants to sell snakes that sell themselves. He doesn't want to put in any of that actual effort to sell snakes, you know. And I was like, no, he's not going to make it, because if you think, you know, and that's one of the reasons that so many people in retics aren't doing well. If you think that you can just like throw an Instagram or Facebook post out once in a while, being like, oh, by the way, oh, but you know what I mean?
An afterthought. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah. Just to remind you guys,
yeah.
you know,
You just remind,
we've got
yeah,
some stuff ready to roll out.
yeah.
No, there's been a few people just in the last 5 minutes comment on that live with different stories and stuff, and it's like, so it's not even like, hey, I had this problem with Lucas, or, you know, I had this big thing happen with Lucas or whatever. you know, I didn't say anything to him for years. Like
Yeah.
we kind of had strong. I heard some stuff, and I was like, nah, like, you know, whatever. And now that, you know, you've talked about it, I've talked about it. I feel like there's more and more people coming out of the woodwork, and so it just sucks, dude. Because it's like
Yeah.
you feel like you have a good relationship with somebody, and it's just like, damn, dude. But it is what it is.
Well, I mean,
So
I was surprised to watch somebody self-destruct like that because we had just watched Garrett do it. You know what I mean? We had just
mhm.
watched Garrett self-destruct, and it was like, and somebody, he had, the Retic Lounge, basically everybody that Garrett irritated, the Retic Lounge picked up. So they like they came on the scene and just picked up all these people right out the gate, that kind of started to figure out Garrett. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I've probably had, because I don't know, I put that out a few hours ago. I mean, I've probably already had 5 people either call me or message me that I haven't
Jesus.
heard from in a while that watched it.
Really?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I've had 2 people that I don't talk to super frequently, but you know, I consider them friends or whatever, but reach out to me with their own stuff, and I'm like, all right, you know, it
Yeah.
sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go. I just still think there's an evil villain Retic team assembling right now.
The Super Avengers.
Yeah, the Super Avengers, all untrustworthy and willing to rip each other off. So I'm sure it'll go real well for them
It'll
all.
pan out.
Yeah, it'll pan out just fine for them. No worries.
Oh,
No,
dude,
no worries there.
it's crazy how the turns table or the
Yeah.
tables turn. You know, it's just it's crazy to me, man. Because yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, he really had the tiger by the tail. He had a lot of momentum, and we see the same pattern. And you've called this out before. If it's with Jay or Nerd or Garrett, it's like when people start getting momentum, they just go crazy and they over leverage
Yeah.
themselves. Like he got a ton of animals really fast, and then he started producing a lot. I know he was selling. He was great at selling. I mean, he could move snakes when he wanted to, and but then once again, the next level to that was he had all these different partnerships and breeding plans with like a bunch of different people,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like it just becomes nutty where it's like snakes
Yeah.
are coming in, they're coming out. It's just like
And,
it's
and
just
it and it
crazy.
shouldn't. It really shouldn't have been because and that's the weird thing about him trying to do so much with so many people. He had access to my collection and Eric Lee's collection. How many other people's collections do you need access to?
Nobody's, dude. Like,
You know what I
like
mean?
you've got the highest percent snow stuff and the nicest locality stuff
Yeah. So I
out
mean,
there.
what? And then he had Kaiwadi and Salayers and Jam. So the
Hmm.
localities I didn't have, and he had Kalatoa. So like he had and everything that was missing between me and Eric's collection he had. So he had access to every morph, every locality, and I mean, if I would have bet money on it, I would have bet money a few years ago that Lucas was going to be replacing Reach Out as the top
Yeah.
as the top reader.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is like people, maybe some people see it, but it's like, you know, I supported Lucas 1000% for a long
Yeah,
time, a long time. Not just, hey, he's my buddy, whatever. It's like, no, I was full tilt Lab Exotics, like reposting his stuff, putting it on my story, sending people over to, you know, anybody that was hit my DMs for snakes. I didn't have anything to sell. It was going to Lucas, like
yeah,
majority of the time. So, you know, um, so yeah, I mean, and that just goes to show, like, I mean, I was probably one of the closer people to him, maybe not, but like, you got access to the Slither files, and I had access. Like,
yeah,
I think I actually had access before you, technically,
yeah. Because
because
he wouldn't let me get my hands on it.
he was scared about it. Yeah, he was like, I
Yeah,
don't want to give it to Rodney yet, and so I was probably, I don't know, number 2, number 3 that actually saw those. So we were
Yeah.
close, and so like I said, it hurts, it sucks, but I wish him the best, and hopefully he moves on like he told everybody he was going to move on. But it seems like he's back to breeding and doing his thing. So
with back to breeding with the snakes that didn't sell. So yeah, so Brian's going to be coming on here pretty soon. I just sent him a link and on Facebook, so hopefully he sees it. And I don't even remember what his clutch was. I saw the female.
it's a what is it? It's a Golden Child OGS.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it's a pure Calatora, pure Superdorf.
I'm sure he'll explain
Pure
it.
Superdorf. Yeah,
Dude,
I think it's the dark one. I think it's the dark female that he has.
There is so many different and unique breedings going on this season. I can't fucking keep track of them.
It's exciting. It's an exciting time right now.
Yeah, there's going to be more options for more stuff this season, and it's like
it's a mixed bag.
Yeah. It's going to be a real interesting season with the stuff that's going to be coming out.
Well, between the pure locality stuff, I think there's kind of a great awakening happening right now with people getting into some of those other localities, and then you've got some of these other people like Eric that are still pushing the limits on percentages and anery stuff, snow stuff, and then you've got and he's even got a couple big recessive stuff in the works too. That's the highest Superdorf stuff that we've got in some of those. So yeah, we've got kind of a total mixed bag of different things. So it's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Here he is.
What's happening?
Yo.
What's happening?
What's up, guys? Do I got good audio?
Yeah.
You sound good.
Cool.
Dude, welcome to the show.
Last time I jumped on using my phone.
Let's hop right into it. You can go ahead and introduce yourself if you want, but dude, you just had a clutch drop. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Hey, first of all, thanks for having me on. So my name is Brian with Superdorf Syndicate, and I just had my first clutch drop. I went against what everyone says, that you shouldn't do, and it actually worked out for me. So I'm really, really thankful and blessed that it worked out the way that it did, and I couldn't be happier.
So what was the breeding, and what was some of the pushback you were maybe getting leading up to that?
Well, not pushback necessarily, but I know people say in the podcasts I've listened to, not to go buy adult proven females and your first year. And yeah, I get it. You are skipping the line by doing that, and you didn't really earn your way there. But hey, there's adult proven females that are available, and in this instance, Chris McVicker, he wasn't getting out. I mean, he wasn't selling her because she didn't work out for him or something like that.
Yeah.
He was getting out of snakes because he's moving to Costa Rica, and I just happened to be there at the right time and capitalized on that opportunity, and I got an amazing proven female out of the deal. Otherwise, I would be like another 2 years out from producing anything, and I really admire your patience, Spencer, for how long you've held it out, man, because I can't say that I could go 3, 4, 5 years raising an animal and wait that long. I'm just not that patient of a person. So.
I would probably go back and change some things how I did it now that I've lived through it. But no, the thing is too, 4 or 5 years ago, in terms of having adults readily available, there wasn't as many available. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That was, or if they were available, they were like, the price was just astronomical. You know what I mean? Because they were ready to breed. The other thing too was I probably, all transparency, I definitely underfed some of my snakes. That was the other problem because of information that I had gotten. So between all those different factors, it's taken a while, but I'm excited for you. It was a Chris McVicker female. right? And then it was
Yeah.
the Golden Child OGS.
That's right. Yeah.
Dude, killer.
So that's another thing looking back that I guess I would have done differently. Not that that's what we're here to talk about, but like I know there's already some other GC 50% Kalatoa GC hogs out there. Um, I should have just bit the bullet and bought one of those, because just the whole mindset of like you should be contributing to moving these things forward. So if I would have gone that route, I could have made some 75% Super Dwarf hets, So, yeah, but here we are. So
I don't think I still don't think it's a bad move. I mean, because the thing you got to think about is I think there's people that are working, hopefully on the upper percentage scale, and we're kind of working backwards on the cows. And it's like, you'll be able to, I think, make up some ground, you know what I mean, with some of that stuff pretty well.
right. Plus, they're Phantom obviously being an incomplete dominant, you're able to run those percentages up higher sooner. So you could always take a high percentage Phantom to the 50% GC head orange ghost stripe, and boom, you're set.
Yeah, there's not a lot of OGS or head OGS stuff over, I think it's like 62.5% or 68.75%. There's not a ton out there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. And one other thing, like being that it was my first year of Retix, last year when I bought her, I didn't really have my finger on the pulse of the market and what had already been made and what hadn't been made. Like I'm way more keyed in now. But so at the time, like, dude, I didn't know all these crazy Facebook groups existed, and like you could find animals way easier on Facebook than you can Marketplace as long as you're asking the right people. I didn't know any of that, so I was going strictly off of Morph Market, like 100% Morph Market.
that's great.
And
Yeah.
there was one het orange ghost stripe. It wasn't even GC. It was just het OGS, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I want GC in my cows. So, but I inquired on it anyways, and it was a Reach Out Reptiles animal, and they wanted like, don't quote me on this. I'd have to go back and look, but I think like $4,500 for it, something insane.
On a head.
On a het OGS 50% Kalatoa.
Hey, if you want them small bloodlines, you got to pay.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's
I was
funny.
like, man, that's wild. So I got the proven pure super dwarf and my GC OGS for that same price.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's exciting. Walk us through your first, just kind of leading up to this clutch. Like, what were some of the major takeaways? The do's, the don'ts, going through the whole thing. Because you had a viral video of your female inverting, when she was super gravid, which was cool. But yeah, maybe talk a little bit about some of that stuff going through it.
dude, that video is still going. It probably by the end of the week it'll probably be at 3 million views. It's wild.
Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, you got to follow me on Instagram, Rodney. You don't follow me, so I'm calling you out, man. Calling you out.
It took Rodney like 3.5 years to follow me, so don't feel bad. He's
Well-
stingy with his follow fingers.
I had set up
get
because
it.
I have a personal Instagram, and then I have a business Instagram, and yeah, I only have 35 friends on here.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
actually good because then your feed doesn't get all clogged up with. a bunch
And
of
that's
BS.
actually what it was. That was yeah, I got some snake people, and I'll have to look through this because I see a lot of people that that are following me, but to try to keep the feed not too crazy. That's actually why I'd stopped actually following.
Is
people.
the chat dead here? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on with the chat?
Like, I hate to call them out, but it's like,
Yeah, nobody's talking
what's
tonight.
what's going on?
Yeah, and where's Ryan at? Talk about his snake that just turned into a calico. What the hell, Ryan? Get
Oh.
on here.
Really?
Y-
Conky?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Wow.
just had something go. No,
That's
sorry,
wild.
we diverted.
No,
Back
it's
to you
okay.
though, Brian. Yeah, talk about it.
Real quick, quick little story on getting that Super Door female. You were talking about not to bring up Lucas, but his ternate that you were trying to get that pair from him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to Lucas for like 2 or 3 days. I was literally seconds away from zelling him the money for that ternate female because I had inquired on this Superdorf that Chris McVicker was selling, and he didn't get back to me for like a week. For like a week, and I was like, I don't know, like he just doesn't check his messages, whatever. I maybe it already sold, I don't know. So I was like, where can I get another female? And I found that one Lucas had, and she was like coming up on breeding age. Like you, like I was just about to pull the trigger, and then Chris messaged me back. And
Crazy.
within like an hour of Chris messaging me back, we worked out a deal. I zelled him the money, and I told Lucas, I was like, dude, you won't believe it. Chris just messaged me back. I'm sorry, man. I got to back out on the ternate. So yeah, it's crazy how that worked out, you know?
Yeah. Dylan just messaged me and said his messages aren't going through on YouTube.
On the chat?
Yeah, I just hit it. It went through. That's weird.
Don't get me started on Dylan's Wi-Fi connection over there.
Yeah.
don't even get me started on Dylan. I love Dylan, dude, but
you know what? I was waiting to see when you guys were gonna like call me on, and there was like no messages on there. There was like 3. It was 2.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Chris Shar is saying the same thing.
We got did somebody hack the live?
Uh-oh.
What the hell's going on?
Hey,
What happened?
Go
Go over to Spencer's and see if it works over there.
I'm gonna put something in right now.
All right. There it is.
See
You're
that?
coming up.
Yeah.
Apparently, only the people on the podcast are allowed to talk. That's weird. Hold on. What's going on?
Test.
My phone is blowing up. My phone's working very well. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. I wonder what the hell's. I don't know. We're gonna have to write YouTube a letter. Yeah.
Mine's not coming through, is it? Mine hasn't come through.
That is so weird. No, yeah, it didn't. Are you trying to
discrimination to the fullest here, dude?
Yep. That is so
Like
weird.
Like I said, we may be getting hacked.
Yeah, we're
right
probably
now.
getting hacked. I wonder what's causing that. Yeah, because there's 26 people on right now.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'll tell you what. We're also live on Spencer's, and we're also live in Next Gen. So anybody wants to talk, you can talk right now.
Oh yeah, I just refreshed. Let me see. Those messages never went through on my end.
Nope. No, we are live. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'll jump over on Next Gen if you want to keep an eye on yours in case people want to talk on there.
Are mine coming through? Do mine come through?
Nope. No, we are live. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay, I'm coming through. I'll jump over on. Yeah, I'm coming through on somebody's. That's so weird, but I'm on Next Gen. Okay, so we got. Those are going to be so nice. Come on. I think it's going to be a good breeding. Both the male and female are nice. Retic Lounge has gone downhill ever since he first started talking about getting out of retics. It was going downhill before that, Chris. Behind the scenes, the chat is dead. Well, it's live here. I'm monitoring the Next Gen chat, so we're good to go.
Oh, it's on Facebook. You're getting some good chats then.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
It's coming through on here.
Yeah, I just did another comment, and it looks like it went through.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so no, we're back in business.
Well, Brian, let's talk a little bit about just prepping for this breeding season, you know?
Yeah, so she had her first clutch with Chris that dropped in January of 25. So as soon as I got her, I just I did the opposite of you. I started just pounding her with food. and not like nothing crazy, but like weekly, you know. But for an adult
Right.
Uritic, I guess weekly is kind of maybe excessive, but and not huge meals, a couple of huge meals here and there. But I was just like, you know, I want to make sure if she is gonna go, she's got the fat reserve she needs to go. And I think I might have overfed her just a little bit, and then I had the same situation happen as you did, Spencer, where she just blew up all the way down to the vent, and I was like, "Oh man, that's she's building follicles." Like, yes, here we go. And then, dude, it turns out she was just backed up. And what had happened is I fed her a chicken, which I had fed her chickens before, but I fed her a chicken, and I think the feathers just backed her up. And I was also getting rabbits from a meat rabbit lady locally, and I don't know what the protocol is for like rodent suppliers, but some of the rabbits I was getting from her, the rabbits still had undigested food in their bellies.
Really?
So I'm not sure if maybe people that are rodent suppliers, maybe they fast them for a day or two before they kill them. I don't know if that's a thing, but it sounds logical. But so I put her on a warm soak, like 85-degree water for like an hour, and then just everything came out.
Just
And
went through. Yeah.
yeah, and there was feathers in there, and there was a bunch of undigested rabbit feed.
Mm.
So I think that attributed to her getting backed up too. So ever since then, dude, I'm not getting rabbits from that lady anymore. I wasn't really happy with the quality anyways, and I don't want to risk it. So I'm actually looking for a new rabbit person. But so yeah, I was just feeding her really good, keeping good weight on her. Um, and then, I had it in my head the whole time that, I was just basically waiting for this female to go off food.
Mm.
And um, so that was the sign I was looking for, and she never went off food. So I'm like, oh, dude, maybe she's just not gonna go this season. I'm like, kind of just came to terms with it.
Yeah.
And then uh, I go to feed. I go to feed everybody, and I go that phantom male that I got from Rodney. I go to feed him, and he just starts huffing and puffing at me and striking and acting crazy. And I'm like, that's different. And he wouldn't take the food. I go to feed the next male over, same thing. Starts striking, acting crazy, and he won't take the food. And it was just like light bulb just went off. I was like, I got a female cycling right now. So um, I have like one 4-year old Kalatoa. I have a 50% Kalatoa that's almost 3 years old, but she's massive. And I have that pure Superdor female. Those were the three females that I thought could possibly be going. So I started making introductions with everybody. And so after those males refused food, when I put Lambo, my golden child OGS, in with the pure Superdor female, he just started spurring right away. Um, and I had made previous introductions between them before, and there was zero action at all. So when I put him in there and he started spurring and then he started arching and doing all the right things, I was like, all right, here we go. It's finally it's time. Um, but now looking back, I do have a lot of notes here that I'll go over with you guys. But like, that was very premature. Like I was like about a full month early, at least 3 weeks early at that point with those introductions. But it still was like a confidence booster that I was doing the right thing.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I tried pairing up my Coyote female a year ago. And my male Coyote was ready, but she definitely did not want anything to do with him at that time. And so they were just like combative and like, peeing everywhere and everything like that. So I feel like I've been doing intros for like 6 months with her now, but every time it's gotten like progressively better. And now, I've seen them lock up a couple times, and so now it's just playing the weight game. But it'll be interesting. But How was it? How was it though? Like going through her being gravid and then seeing that collection stuff like that.
Everything was just like textbook after that. So she basically went and sat under the heat for like the entire time. Like I have a couple notes in here where she actually came off the heat, and I would just write that kind of stuff down. Um, like let's see. So most of my introductions were during the month of November. I would put the mail in for like 4 to 5 days at a time, and it seems like every time I pulled him back out, um, just let him have a day off kind of thing, make sure he's got fresh water, try to feed him, but he wouldn't eat. When I would put him back in, um, it was like instant. They were back at it again.
Yeah.
So eventually, let's see, where is it in here? In December, let's see. On December 5th, both of them refused meals, and that was the first time she had refused any meals. Um,
When was it? When did she refuse meals?
December 5th.
Oh,
And when did she have a shed right before that?
Her shed before that. Oh man. Oh yeah, she's going into shed on this. She looked like she was going into shed December 4th, and she refused a meal on December 5th.
Okay.
But it's it ended up being because she was going into shed, because I later offered her food and she accepted it. Like even in the middle of courting and doing all this stuff, she
Yeah.
accepted another meal, and I'm like, that's weird. Uh, but then so on December 11th, her and him both took meals again. Um, and then December 19th, I thought she had an ovulation, but I guess it was just her follicles like really swelling at that point. Because then December 20th, 21st, and 22nd, I have notes in here that they were just locked, 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 locked for just every time I went and
wow.
checked on them, they were locked up. Um, and then I tried feeding her again on Christmas Day, December 25th, and she refused food from that point on.
Okay.
nice.
And from that point on, she literally like I at that point I had just pulled the mail. I was like, dude, they got it done. I thought she had ovulated at that point, but she hadn't, because her
Yeah, I was
true
gonna say-
ovulation was January 1st.
I was gonna say if she shed. When did she shed?
December 5th, she was going in the shed. And she shed shortly thereafter that. I have it on on her food card. I have that
And-
written down.
And she ate, and
Yeah.
then ovulated like a week later.
She didn't end up ovulating until January 1st.
So how many days after she ate did you see the ovulation? What was the ovulation date?
The ovulation was January 1st, and her last meal was December 11th.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'm just doing some math in my head.
Yeah, so December 11th, she took a meal. December 25th, I tried feeding her again.
Yeah,
She didn't eat, and then January 1st, she had a massive ovulation. I mean, like, everyone says, like, you'll know. I kept thinking, I'm like, I have it written down like 7 times. Ovulation, ovulation, ovulation. But January
me, too.
1st, like, her body went from, like, this width to, like, she ate a football, and it lasted for about probably like 2 feet of her body, and then
Yeah.
it just choked back down again.
yeah,
And that's when I was like, all right, I even have it written down. I was like, now I see what people mean when they say you'll know when she ovulates. It was clear as day. And then the subsequent or proceeding 2 days after that, the swelling went down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Rob Rouse said any pics of the pair/clutch. I think you posted some in Next Gen, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I've posted a gang of them.
I don't
Rob,
see any in here.
follow me on Instagram, Superdorf Syndicate.
Superdoor Syndicate, Rob.
And then I'll post more on next gen. I've been kind of bad about posting on there.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't see him on here. Because Randy's got his clutch on here from this morning.
Dude, that clutch looked like at least 50 eggs.
Yeah, he's probably gonna call some of that clutch.
Are those Turnate?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Those are gonna look sick, man.
Dude,
They're gonna
those
look
are gonna
really
be
good.
killer.
yeah. Spencer, you got 14 people just on your channel.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's good. How many do you have on yours?
it's jumping between 17 and 20.
Oh yeah, sick.
And then we got,
So it looks like a couple people jumped over then, probably because the chat.
yeah, then we got people on next gen too. Dude, that's really bumming me out that this is the first time I've ever done this that I've had any issue with the chat.
Yeah,
I
the
don't-
chat's not coming through at all. Like,
Yeah,
I don't see anything,
yeah,
which is a bummer.
that's some bullshit.
My Kaiwati male is like arching right now, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he's super active right now. So I wonder if I don't know, maybe it's just my Kaiwati female officially getting into it, or if I've got one of my other females too that are getting close.
Huh.
We'll see. But
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, because you should be getting an ovulation out of that female pretty soon.
yeah. My other
Is that-
two are going crazy too.
Brian, do you have any other breedings you're going for this season, or is just that one?
This season, no, most likely not. Just that one. That, like I said, that het pied female, 50% Kalatoa. She's a tank, dude. She's a 10-footer. So I'm gonna make a video and share how big she is, just because this size debate has been going around lately.
Yeah.
After that Reach Out Reptiles Giampea only getting 9 feet post. So I was hoping she would go this year because her clutch mate has already cycled and is gravid right now. So I was hoping she would, but hey, I'm fine. Space wise, I'm cool with only one clutch, especially with how big my clutch ended up being, which is another story we're going to get into here in a second. But I don't want a second clutch after how big this clutch was. So
Rob says check to see if hemipenes to see if they're swollen.
I'm not checking for that.
dude, I noticed that's my new method for sexing males, especially mature males. Even when it's not breeding season, I have two bigger males, and dude, you can see like the tail comes down to the vent, and where their spurs are, there's like little hips on them.
Yeah.
It's like there's a little hip formation around where the vent is, and then it'll come down, and then right in the tail you'll see a bulge in the tail, and I'm like, dude, dead giveaway, that's a male right there.
Yeah.
I actually just noticed that pretty significantly on that super phantom that I've got running.
Oh, really?
Like yeah, like it's changed quite a bit. Let me see if I can pull him.
It's
Stay
really
put.
hard to get on video.
I don't know. He might be an a-hole. I don't know. He's usually pretty chill, but you never know, dude. You never know.
Yeah, no, I think I'm
Breeding
checking. I'm checking YouTube. I think there's something going on with YouTube. Because I just jumped on there on my phone.
Oh, dude, you can clearly see this. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see that. He's gonna hold still.
Oh,
Let me see.
yep.
Right here.
Oh yeah, he's hung, dude.
It's real obvious on older males. Like
Yeah.
like older. It's real obvious on the older males.
Yeah,
Dude, he's coming into his own. He's getting some good size. I mean, he's off food. Like he's not eating anything, but
Oh, really?
yeah, he's not eating right now.
Yeah, we're just
So-
having no luck with comments. The comments are disappearing on Facebook too for some reason.
Dude, Riverside's just eating up our comment section.
I don't
Or
even
those
know.
chats.
I don't even know what's going on.
It makes me so mad though. We
Yeah.
getting some good comments. Good shout out to Rob. Yeah, that was a good call out because that's something I definitely have noticed recently.
Yeah.
So
I notice it majorly, like especially on my older males that are like, 12, 13, 14 years old. It's real easy to notice, you know. Um, so next season you're going to be going for what, albino pods or just pods?
I have a shot at albino pieds. Yeah,
Okay.
they're I have one male that's double het pied white phase albino, and then my other two males are and the female are all pos het albino. So
Okay.
if the stars align, I'll hit albino pieds,
Yeah.
and they'll be 50% Kalatoa.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I think there'll be some. I think there'll be more super dwarf pods this year, but it's not like there's been any significant number of them made. So, I mean, I think that's going to be a pretty solid, project for a while.
For sure, yeah.
You know.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to the future of the Super Dwarf Pieds for sure.
Yeah.
Because
Those are
there's so
gonna be
many,
sick, man.
like cows are dope. I love cows are my favorite. But the cool thing about Pieds is I could keep it like exciting by bringing in albino. I have the one male who's platinum. I could do Motley GC Pieds.
Panda pods, yeah.
I could do, dude. The sky's the limit. You know.
I'm
Yeah.
excited, man. There's a lot of cool things. Rodney, you haven't had any luck with that female pied recently. Anything changed with her?
She's
Same
cooling
old?
she's cooling herself down. I also don't know how old she is. I don't have any background information on that
That's
snake.
right.
So I'm just hoping she's old enough. You know, that's all I got. She's acting like it. She was cooling herself down. She came off the heat, hit a shed. I think ate once, went back in the shed, back on the cold side, shed again, and still sitting on the cold side. So I'm just gonna let her do her thing. You know what I mean? It's not if she wants to breed, then we'll breed her. If she doesn't, that's fine too. But no, there's definitely something. This is YouTube. This isn't just us. Yeah, I just tried it on yours. I just tried it on mine. Yeah, there's definitely something up, which sucks because the chats make this shit a
Fun.
a little more fun. But besides the albino pied super dwarfs, what other projects you really working on besides that, the cow OGS stuff? Are you gonna keep it pretty tight with that, or are you gonna be
Yeah, I'm keeping it tight with that, but I have a one Sunfire female that's she's 100% purple or Indo.
okay?
So I ended up getting a snow male to run to her. I'm not interested in the snow aspect of it. I just
Yeah,
want him because he's purple albino. So
yeah,
um, that's my plan is to run him to her, prove out which albino she is, and
mm.
then I could take a visual from that and run it to a visual pied and make the double heads and start that
Okay.
process all over.
And what is
Um,
she? She like 50% super dwarf, or what's going on with her?
she's a weird percentage. She is 37.5% Kaiwati and then
Okay,
28.25% old school.
okay,
Um, so that's why I'm getting the Halma female from you. Once I have by the time she's mature, the
yeah,
Halma, I am hoping to have a visual purple or orange glow super dwarf male that I can run to the Halma and then start mixing in those other localities, you know? Mixing it back the Halma to the super dwarf and back and forth, you know?
yeah, yeah. That's
That's
cool.
gonna be sick. That's gonna be
So there's
sick.
gonna be like uh and my snow male is Motley, so I can make Motley Sunfire, you know, orange glows if she proves Indo, or I'm hope. I know this is a weird thing to hope for, but I hope she proves purple because I want to
Really?
make some sick purples with the Halma. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's neat. Yeah,
Yeah. It's gonna get really fun, I think.
dude,
Just
I
across
can't
the board
wait.
with what everybody's doing. And we were talking about this, I think you before you popped on, Brian, but there's so many people doing just new projects that have never been done before, this year. I
Yeah,
think for the first time. So no hate to the classic projects, but I think there's going to be some surprises this year for some
yeah.
of these
Well,
things we're seeing.
well, when you see a locality mixture and what it does, I mean, you'd be a fool not to play with it. So, like the Phantom I have from Rodney is the
That's a
most
nice.
insane.
That's a nice Phantom.
Yeah, is the most insane looking Phantom. Well, Chris McVicker has a really insane looking Phantom too. That Slayer, I
Yeah.
think it's like Slayer Jamp Superdorf. It looks like a chain. Its
Yeah.
back pattern's like a chain. It's wild, uh, but yeah, it's insane what it does. So you'd be a fool not to bring in localities and play with all those percentages.
Yeah. Yeah. Rob got a clutch today. He's gonna have some Halma Tambalongan blood mixed together.
Oh, sick!
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. That's going to be
Yeah.
cool.
Oh
Are,
heck yeah,
are
that's
those
gonna be
50? Are
awesome.
those 50% each?
No, it's 50-25.
Okay.
With any hets or
I don't think so. I'm
Inkly
not too sure.
dominance?
I think he was just trying to make some nice normals. I don't know if he's. I he sent me a text today, but we didn't really get into the whole breeding of it. So I think it was some stuff to sell and some holdback stuff for some color. You know, that's the other thing. Like everybody's doing some selective breeding to make nice stuff, but on the other side of it, we're all doing a lot of selective breeding to make holdbacks right now. Like,
yeah.
you know, I mean, there's a lot of holdback production getting done this year. You know, everybody's trying to bump up their production for, I don't know. People seem to be planning long term this year. Like I see a lot of long term projects coming out, which is good. You know, which is really good.
Yeah. The next 5 years, I think, is going to be. The next 5 years is going to really set the stage for the next generation of retics and aesthetics and everything else. I think we're
Oh
gonna.
yeah,
I think it's going to be completely different. Like the next decade is going to be awesome because there's going to be a lot of experimentation, and then there's going to be refinement coming in behind that. And like you mentioned,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and like you mentioned, Rodney, like you sell Turnates, you sell Halmas, and some of these other localities, but people got to remember that you got your own holdbacks. So like, you're selling nice stuff, and you've got some nice stuff behind.
yeah.
behind the curtain.
Rob said no hats in there. Yeah, he's making a holdback. He
That's
said
gonna
the
be
future is
cool.
bright or dark. LOL.
What up, Rob? We got to get you to come on sometime, Rob. I hope you're doing well, man.
Yeah. He's on in next gen right now. Yeah, if people want to talk, next gen. Yeah, we're on there.
Whatever Wednesdays is the way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. What time's your hard out? Your hard stop here?
I've got about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I should jump into the story of her laying.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Because
Yeah, go
that
for it.
threw me for a loop, man. Because okay, so my daughter had a cheerleading competition in Vegas this weekend, and then it's nationals, and the next one is when eggs are supposed to be hatching, like literally like to the day. So it was like lay date and hatch date are her two like most important cheer competitions. So I'm like, so Thursday, I finally decide. I'm like, I've been paying attention to her, my snake, not my daughter, to her behavior, and I don't think that she's gonna lay. So we go ahead, we book the hotel in Vegas. We're like, let's go, get it all figured out, and then I go to work Friday. Actually, Thursday night, I go and check on her, and she's off the heat. And I'm like, well, that's weird. She's never off the heat. So then I check on her Friday morning before leaving for work. Let me rewind real quick. Before all that, I kept finding her with her head in this position. You know when they go and drink water, they don't come in and drink water like this. They come in like that.
Yeah,
and
they
put
just
their head down
kind of
like
bend their
that.
head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a 90-degree angle. I kept finding her with her head like that, like the week leading up to this. She would even just go like stretch out to the other side of the cage, to the cold side, and just put her head in the corner like that. I'm like, I just took a mental note of that. Actually, I wrote it down too. I texted my buddy like, "Hey, what's going on?" So then Thursday morning, or sorry, Friday morning, I check on her, and she's like tightly coiled, and she has her head and her tail buried in her coil.
Tucked in. Yeah.
Yeah, which typically they're both out. She's coiled, but they're both out. And my mentor had told me when she beehives like that and kind of sticks her head and her tail in, then that's when you know she's getting ready to lay. I'm like, well, son of a bitch, dude, I just booked these freaking hotel tickets in Vegas. So I go to work Friday and I look on the camera around like 10 o'clock in the morning, and she's just like a tornado, dude. She's just like circling in a coil under the heat, like in her spot, just like circling. And then I could see like her body was like contracting. You would see like this wave kind of start like near her stomach, and it would just like contract back toward her tail while she's like circling. So I call my wife and my youngest son, West, and I'm like, hey, because West is always in there checking on the snakes with me. I'm like, don't go in there by yourself, but go in there with mom and just, I have paper over the glass right now. I'm like, just lift up the paper and just peek in there and tell me if you see any eggs. And I'm watching them on the camera. They went in there like a bull in a china closet, like super loud, like not being quiet at all. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And they check and they're like, yeah, no eggs. So I'm literally like, I'm so anxious to just finish this job. I'm detailing an RV. I'm anxious to just finish it and like get home so I can check on her. But I'm checking the camera like every 10 minutes, which is totally slowing me down, right? And then I'm like, dude, I swear she's gonna lay. And I hit up my mentor, and he's like, you know, when was her ovulation and her pre-lay shed and all? He's like, no, dude, you got at least another week. You're good, dude. Quit stressing it. It's just nesting behavior. You're good. So finally, around like 2 o'clock, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop checking the camera because I'm already going through all these scenarios in my head. I'm like, dude, if I see an egg, like I'm leaving this job. I'm gonna have to reschedule finishing this job with the customer. Blah blah blah. Which would have been a really dumb move, but because you know there's a very long time frame from when she starts to when she finishes. But I'm just like so anxious to just get home. So I finally stopped checking the damn camera. I've literally strapped down my ladders, get all my stuff put away. I'm pulling out, and my wife calls me, and she's like, I see something white on the camera. Because at that point, they were like invested too, you know, they kept checking. And I'm like, shut up, you got to be kidding me. I was like, I literally just stopped checking it like 30 minutes ago. And while I'm driving, while I'm on the phone with her, going down the freeway, I pull up the camera, and sure as shit, there's already a pile of like 10 to 12 eggs.
Dang, dude.
So I think when she was like spinning, like coiling and doing all that, however, she did stop spinning and kind of just relaxed and was just like having contractions. But the way the camera is set up, her coils were blocking me from seeing that she was probably actually laying eggs that whole time.
Yeah,
So
you
I
probably
don't
just couldn't see.
I don't have an exact start point, but at that point I'm like, oh, dude, here we go. So rush home, and I'm like, okay, you know, say she started laying like 1, 3 o'clock. I'm thinking, you know, but by the time we eat dinner and do all that, I'll be ready to pull this clutch. Well, dude, she laid an egg pretty much on the dot, or would start having like another like little contraction again, like on the dot, like every 10 minutes. And that went on until 1:30 in the freaking morning. And so we just had a bunch of rain, so a lot of my jobs got rescheduled, and I knew I was leaving for Vegas, so I crammed all these RVs into one day. So Saturday I had to do 4 RVs, dude, which is just insanity. And so in hindsight, if anyone else is new or expecting their first clutch, if she just started laying, man, you got plenty of time. You better just go get yourself some food. And if you got to work the next day, you might as well just take a nap, because that's what I should have done. I should have got home. I should have went to sleep and got a solid, you know, like 4-hour nap in, because, dude, I was just literally just pinned to my phone watching the camera the entire night. I didn't even want to eat. I just had like my nerves were just going like crazy. I was like a kid on Christmas morning. I was so excited. And then like 10 o'clock rolls around and I'm like, oh, she's got to be done. Like, I'm seeing this massive pile of eggs. I'm like, there's no freaking way she's laying any more eggs. I'm like, I tell my wife, I'm like, at 10:30, if we don't see another one come out, because she was hitting those 10-minute increments the whole time. I'm like, if we don't see another one come out, I think we're good. Because I have zero training or knowledge on like how you know when they're done, you know?
Yeah.
So like 10:30 rolls around, boom, she pops out another one. And this just kept going on and on and on until 1:30 in the morning. And so yeah, I finally good advice from my mentor. That's something I didn't even think of. I was just gonna do it in the garage. But he's like, find a room that you can, shut the doors, like a bathroom or something, put a space heater in there, get the temperatures up. That way when you pull the eggs, you're not pulling them out in, like my garage is probably like 65 degrees. And looking back, that was solid advice because it took me like a solid hour to get those eggs pulled apart.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I just rip them right apart. I'm not like everybody does all this stuff and marks them so they're upright in a certain way. I don't do none of that. I rip them all apart, toss them in the egg container.
So how do you know if the embryo's up or down or any of
I
that?
don't.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, well, okay. I was gonna do that. I was gonna do mark it, pull it, put it
Yeah.
in, mark it, pull. Okay. I didn't mark it, but I kept track. Okay, here's the top, put it in.
Yeah.
My mentor, he's like, dude, candle them, dude. Freaking candle them just to be sure you got the embryo up. I didn't plan on doing that, but I'm like, all right, I should listen to him. Dude, sure as shit, I'd say 75% of those freaking eggs were upside down.
Yeah, I've never
You
in
never
all my
even
years
candled?
I've candled them later on, but I've never candled them right after they're laid.
Yeah,
I've like rolled the eggs around, like just yeah.
Just toss
they're-
them in the bucket.
I try to put them in there like the way I try to keep at least the right side up, but to be honest, yeah, you can be a lot more. And I'm not saying you should juggle them or anything, but you can be they can handle a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, newbie and all, I was treating them like they were
Oh, that's how
the
I'm
most
gonna be.
fragile.
Even after
Yeah.
even after this chat, that's how I'm gonna be. So
for sure.
take my sweet old time on everything.
I felt really good about myself after candling them and rolling them. I'm like, thank God I did that. I was like, otherwise, 3 weeks from now, we'd be having a catastrophe on our hands. Is how I felt.
You'd still have all good eggs. That's what you'd have.
That's
what's your
insane,
estimated? What's your hatch date estimated?
dude. Mother's Day.
Oh, no way! Cool.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
super cool, man.
Well, like 80 to 90 days, right? So it could be Mother's Day or it could be shortly after.
Yeah. It's like 3 days per degree. So, it just depends on. And if they're not all in the same container and they're not on the same level in the incubator,
Right.
you might have a 2 degree difference. So you might have a week. So just be real careful because if this egg container starts hatching, but if this one was 2 degrees colder, it's got a whole week it's got a week to catch up.
So don't cut those.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm running 87.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
good?
I just gave Randy a little thermometer. I should post it in Next Gen. I found these little thermometers. They're $10 for 5 of them, and they're a little thermometer with they come with a battery and a little probe. And I was checking consistency and temps in my egg containers, and just to see what the variation was. And some of them are almost 2 degrees on the same level. So
Wow.
there's a lot more variation in egg containers inside
Well,
incubators.
I took, so the month, 3 weeks leading up to, I had my sensor push in the egg box in the incubator, and I was getting
Yeah.
like 87.2, like within literally like a 2.2 degree swing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, dude, this is tits. So when I put the eggs in there, I pulled that out and I put it on top for a couple days. And then I think yesterday I moved it from on top to in between the two layers. You know, I have one egg box here. I put it in between the two, and it's reading like 86.6. So I'm like, maybe I should crank it up a degree.
Yeah, I mean, remind me, I'll send you a link to those little thermometers, and they might not be 100% calibrated, but you know, because I have a probe running in every egg container box right now, just to
Dude,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, and just to see, and it's almost a 2-degree difference between the hottest and the coldest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my incubators are weird. They're not like other people's incubators. Mine are 6 foot long and only like 1.5 feet high, so all the eggs are on the same level.
I'm planning on just making an incubator, to be
Dude,
honest.
yeah, like me and Sean were talking about that. Yeah.
Just with like one of those igloos or whatever. Just
Okay.
like
Yeah, we got some more in the chat here.
I gotta bounce.
All
I gotta
right,
bounce. I
he's
gotta
got to
feed my
jump off.
kids.
Brian,
Hey, Spencer, real quick, dude. I think you already announced it, but dude, it ended up being 38 freaking eggs, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
that's
a
a
lot.
lot.
Her first clutch was 23, so I'm thinking I'm like gonna get like 25. I'll be super stoked on anything over 20. 38 freaking eggs. 4 of them were
Dude.
slugs, so 34 good eggs.
Dude,
Wow,
that's gonna
that's
be
that's
nutty.
pretty good.
that's like Nathan Hess status right there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like Nathan. Speaking of Nathan, he's got a Coyote that's gravid again. But no,
I
dude,
forget-
congrats, man. Congrats, Brian. I'm excited
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank you.
So
brother.
happy
Thank
for you. All
Brian,
right, I'll
you-
see you guys.
Later, Brian. You want to hang out for a few, or do you got to jump
Yeah.
off?
No,
All right.
I'm here.
All right, give me a second. I'm going to post a link. If anybody's watching this, if anybody wants to jump on and bullshit, you can. Give me like a minute. I'm going to post a link. Hold on. This will just take a second. All right, now. Here we go.
Anybody watching? I can't see the chat. I don't have YouTube pulled up, but
It's
not
working anyways.
most of you already know. But the female was my female. Her name's Darkness. She is she's the dad was a pure TK, and the mom was actually a wild caught Bob Clark import. So, so she's getting that fresh wild caught blood from the mom side. So, anybody that's working the cow project, these babies will be a great baby to just bring in some fresh blood into the Superdor Cow project. So the mom, the wildcat side is unknown, so it's the old school SD. But she was born in 2017, and she's right at the 10-foot mark. I was looking back at pictures of when I first got her. Before she was gravid, you know, she was only this big around and 10 feet. So
Yeah.
she's like the perfect Superdor, and she's beautiful black and brown with these awesome long rosettes and these. She has some silver side flames. You can barely see them though because she's so dark. She's
Yeah,
just
that-
a really pretty snake.
Yeah, that kind of disappears. That kind of disappears as they start to darken up. But yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool for a first clutch. Hold on, I gotta go. Give me one more second.
Okay. So I don't know what you would call a snake that's mom was a wild caught. You know. She's only 50% F1, so whatever that means.
I had to let my cat out of the room. It was over there crying. I didn't want to listen to it crying. But yeah, no, that's awesome though, and I'll be interested to see what you do with that Phantom.
Oh,
Yeah, that Phantom is really nice. And I just posted in Next Gen the link if anybody wants to come on and say what's up. And I posted it in Retic Pursuit. Sometimes they go to prove stuff, sometimes they don't see it right away, so it might get posted in there while we're still on. It might not. I don't know. But yeah, if anybody wants to come on and hang out, we'll hang out for a little bit and see what people got to say. I feel bad that the chat's not working. That's never actually happened before. and it just makes it a little harder. You know, it just makes it a little harder to kind of have fun and goof off, but that's okay. So,
Well, I
um,
want to take that Phantom. I have plans to take him to my other Phantom to make Super Phantoms. I'm going to take
okay,
him to that Halma female. I'm going to take him to a pure Superdor female. I'm going to
yeah,
have Phantoms coming out the ass. I want to make. So my ultimate goal is to make a visual Superdorf GC OGS and high percentage Super Phantom. That way, when I pair them, I get all cows.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the best way to do it. Put it okay. Got my first retic in 2030, and I'm waiting for my first clutch to drop. I think he meant 20 in
2020.
2003. Uh, he said Rob said do the Halma first.
Take the snow to the Halma first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luke McWilliams said, "I'm pretty sure the embryos don't fuse to the shell for a while after laying, so you can rotate them at first, but once you set them in that position for a while, don't move them." Yeah, yeah, because I mean,
It's a good word.
I've accidentally rolled eggs all around on accident, like a month into a, a month in, and they were still fine. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think they get. I think they're a little hardier than people give them credit for, to be honest. Um, but, but yeah, how's everything else been going? Like, you planning on adding anything to the collection besides the helmet? Which let me know. I can, you know, when it's starting to warm up here, so I'll be able to ship
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, we'll be good for March, no problem.
Yeah,
No, I'm not gonna add anything else. I'm just gonna, like you were saying about holdbacks, I'm gonna be making my own stuff moving
yeah,
forward because I got that Super Maluku male. Um, the sky's the limit with him.
yeah.
I
He's really nice color on him.
yeah, I actually want to talk to Gina, who I got him from, because uh, that's actually my brother's snake. Just for
Hmm.
transparency's sake, that's my brother's snake. But we're collaborating on what we have. So um, he turned into a complete psychopath out of nowhere. So I keep telling him it's because it's breeding season, but I don't know the snake's history. But he was cool at first, and now he is freaking miserable. I haven't been over to his house to see it myself, but he's like, dude, you can't touch him, you can't open the cage, you can't walk by the cage. You take him out, he just wants to kill you. He pisses all over everything.
Give him a hide.
Yeah, he's in a 6 foot enclosure and he has a hide.
Really, I'd give him a couple hides, and because sometimes if when you put a retic into a bigger enclosure, like they do freak out. That's how my solas got mean. My solas used to be really friendly, and when I moved them up to bigger cages, they got mean.
Wow.
Yep. I had, I forget, it was a platy ternate or something. I'd moved her into a 6 foot cage, and she turned into a different animal almost overnight. And I gave her a hide and all that stuff, and then it calmed her down. But the key is what I found is to if you can give like some dirty paper or water bowl from their old cage into the new bigger cage,
Mm.
that'll help too. But yeah, I mean, like that's the thing. If I produce those solas, like I kind of need to warn people, like, hey, when this is what the Wildcats did. When I put them into a big cage, they turned into psychopaths, and I mean, they turned into psychopaths overnight.
So what is a good way to manage that as far as like obviously you don't want to keep a I mean that dude's a tank. He's a solid 8 9 foot man,
Yeah.
thick. Like I mean he's small enough he could go in a I'd say a 5 foot, but I wouldn't want to go
Yeah.
any smaller than that.
No, I would just give him a couple hides. Um, I'd honestly give him a couple hides and just kind of let him. You know, he might chill out. You know, he might chill out after a while. But
Yeah, he has a female that could be that she's coming up on age. She's a golden child tiger, and she's
mm-hmm.
a het OGS, and I think she's het something else too.
Yeah,
Um, she's 25% Calico, but she's tiny, dude. She is
really.
freaking tiny, bro. Um, and yeah, she's got the small bloodlines, or she just wasn't fed well when she was young. I don't know. She's
Yeah.
produced by Robert Murray,
Okay.
um, but she's 4 years old. She could be going. That could be why he's acting like that. So we've been
Yeah.
trying. He's got that Phantom male over there actually right now, trying
Okay.
to. In case she goes, he's gonna pair that Phantom to her.
Yeah, he that snake's pretty friendly.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah, that snake's pretty friendly.
Dude, it's funny. I'm bragging about how cool that snake is, and Eric Lee came over to help me sex a snake, and I was like, check out this Phantom from Rodney, and I opened the freaking glass, and he came out. I did like the Matrix, like this, because he's right
Oh,
at
really?
eye level, and he was like this right in my face. I almost headbutted Eric.
Oh shit. Yeah, what did Eric think of him? He like him?
Oh yeah, yeah, he thought it was cool.
Yeah, yeah. His especially his pattern towards like the last half of him, like that last quarter. I
Yeah,
really like his pattern. So
yeah, he's nutty.
yeah, yeah. I feel bad that we don't got any comments. Yeah, if you guys got any questions or anything, throw them in the next gen chat. But sometimes people come on, sometimes they don't. It's hit and miss. So
Hey, so what do you call a snake that the mom was wild caught and the dad is a who knows what generation TK?
yeah, it. I mean, you can kind of
Half
call it.
half
I
F1.
Yeah, I don't. I would just advertise it as, hey, like this is wild caught blood. Because
Right.
I'm doing a F1 Mindanao back to the female, so I'm calling them F1.5s. Like I don't, they're not technically F2s, but they're technically not F1s either. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't even know what to call that especially when you don't know how many generations in the other snake is.
Right. Yeah.
It's just hard. It's just hard to say.
For sure.
You're the second person to ask me that question today.
Really?
Yep.
That's funny.
You're the second. I was like, did he ask me that earlier? No, no, that was somebody else just asked me that when I was cleaning snakes today. So, but yeah, that's cool, man. I'm excited for you, and yeah, hatching. Just keep an eye on your temps, because I'm guessing you don't got all those eggs in one container. So if one
Yeah.
container pips, don't. You can cut one egg or so, but yeah, just be careful. I'd wait till something pips in each container before you
For
cut them.
sure. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean it's not uncommon for there to be if you split up a clutch and there's enough temperature difference that it'll be 2 weeks apart.
Oh wow, that'd
Yeah,
be
and
wild.
yeah, like they'll be 2 weeks apart. So yeah, you gotta be real careful with some of that stuff.
Do you see a lot of variance in egg size? Because there's like three in there that are like, I mean, like a big chicken egg, and then
Sometimes,
the rest of
sometimes
them are like baseballs.
Yeah, sometimes you see some variation. It's usually not like crazy. Like every once in a while you'll get a good egg that's noticeably smaller, but it's usually just a handful, like one or two of them. But yeah, for the most part they're all pretty. If you weigh them all, if you were to take the time and weigh them, they'll all be pretty consistent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they'll be pretty consistent, in the same weight.
Yeah, I planned on doing all that, but then when it's live and it's actually happening, it's like
Yeah.
it seems like it's a lot of work. Like I was trying to minimize the handling time. I was trying to get them in the incubator as quick as
Yeah.
possible. So like I was like I don't want to fool around with weighing them. So I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
But oh sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm guessing their weights are probably about, 120 grams, between like 80 and 120 grams, if I had to guess.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Talking about incubation and eggs, how often? I'm trying not to check. Like I'm just looking at them through the glass. But how
Yeah.
often can I pull it out and like check on things?
I wouldn't do it more than twice a week,
Oh, okay.
because it's gonna that's where having that probe right in the egg container box to keep track of stuff really lets you know how much fluctuation is, because it's gonna take, if you open the incubator and then open the egg box and then close it up and close up the incubator is going to get back up to temp much quicker than the egg box is. So the incubator will
Right.
get up to temp like in an hour, where that egg box might take a day to get back,
Wow.
to get
Yeah.
the whole way back. And I mean, it's not a big deal. Like I just had, I blew a breaker um, about a month ago in my snake room and didn't know it for 8 hours. And I think my eggs hit 70. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, it took like a day, and it took over a day for them to get back up to temperature.
Oh,
I didn't lose
shit.
anything from it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, the bottom incubator hit 68.
Holy crap.
It was a really cold day here, and I did something stupid, and I blew a breaker. And I was busy up here, and I was like, I went down to check the snakes, and I mean that the incubator must have been out for at least 8 hours.
Wow.
And yeah,
Did you panic?
no, no, I just turned it back on. I checked them. I checked them a few times, and as long as they get, as long as they're not down that low for like 3 days or something, but for a few hours, it's not going to do anything. So yeah,
That's good to know. Yeah, so my son West, he was like just as excited as me, and he made it till about 12:30, and then he was like, he finally was like decided he was gonna go to bed.
yeah,
And then of course the next morning, all he wanted to do was see the eggs, and I'm
yeah,
like, I was at work and stuff, and then all that, so I made him wait. And just
yeah,
yesterday, I pulled one box out, just so he could see them.
yeah.
And I also, I'm gonna post a video. It's cool. I let him pick an egg,
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna be, hopefully it's a good looking one, because that's gonna
Yeah.
be one of the holdbacks. Because I told him it's his. So, and it's funny because I noticed that one small like chicken egg in there, and that just so happened to end up being, because I numbered them
Mm-hmm.
on top. That ended up being number 7. So I'm like, and that's the one that he picked. So I'm like, dude, that's freaking cool. Lucky number 7.
There you go. Yeah, but yeah, it's a long wait, man. It's a
Yeah.
long wait. 80, 90 days. Like it's like it's the last few weeks that it's like, come on,
I
you know.
bet.
So because I got ternates hatching. I think they're at day 70 today. So which I got to start keeping an eye on them in case they're going to go early, because they've been sitting between 87 and 88 the whole time. So I got to start keeping an eye on them.
Yeah, yeah. Send me that link because I'm gonna check the temps inside the egg box, and if it's like running in the like 86.8 or like the lower end of 87, I might bump it up maybe half a degree so I can get the inside of the egg boxes at least 87.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't think anyone's jumping on tonight, which I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, it just sucks the chat was down. So, but yeah,
No worries.
if you're good, we can call it. And appreciate you coming on and hanging out and talking.
Yeah, I want to mention one thing real quick. So I was waiting to make sure, because it's a first time male, waiting to make sure that his eggs that he sired are fertile, and they are. So I do have a proven golden child, orange ghost stripe, mainland male. He's also Posset genetic stripe. He's got a great temperament. I pulled him out on a different live, like, right after he was done breeding. He has a great temperament and attitude. I was pulling him in and out throughout the whole breeding season without any issues. He never tried to bite me, never pissed on me, never struck at me, nothing. So I am going to make him available just to free up cage space so I can
Okay.
for that Halma female. So
Yeah. What do you think you're going to be asking on them?
um,
Make an offer, or not worked that out yet, or?
no, I've been looking at some other prices online. They usually are somewhere right around that $1,000 mark.
Okay.
So with him being proven and all that, I'd take 1,000 for him.
All right, cool. Well, if anybody's interested, hit up Brian. And but yeah, nobody wanted to jump on. You're all a bunch of pussies. So I guess we'll call it for tonight.
All right, man.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Brian.
Yeah, dude. You want me to leave this up so it can? Finish
No, it's okay.
downloading?
This is live. I don't have to worry about all that this